All right, all right. Slight problem here, guys, trying to fix it. How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. Glad you could tune in. Trying to fix this real quick, guys. I'll be there in a minute. Let's see. Can't see my people on YouTube. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's going to work out. What is up? What is the ups? What is the goings on, people? What's the goings on? What is the goings on? There we go. It's working, it's working. No, there's no kids in this video. It's always asking me the same old stuff. Oh, maybe we'll just do that. What the hell? Okay. Just do that. All right, guys, we're good. We're good. If you can hear the show on YouTube, let me know. Murray Warren, Consuela Mora. What's up, Consuela? Sign of the Times moderating. We got it going on with Garrett Brown and Christine. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for being here at Tim Black's Wolfpack. We're in the house, Nigel, Emerson Lamb, David Melford, Mama Alaska. Yes. Music is Life, Nikki Goldenheart, Schulte 100. Yes. And the Crinkled and the Kim Kim and Eric Cervantes. Tim Black Wolfpack in the comments section over here, man. The Tim Black Wolfpack people representing, holding it down. Iron Man Oz in the house. My brother. Give it up for Iron Man Oz. One of my day ones. Or day two, but real close to day one. Katrina Watson and Vanita Vanabur. And What Up America's in the house. All men and women are created equal. You know, the thing. These guys are funny, man. That's what I'm talking about. So, like Kitty Graham, what's up? Hey, Wolfpack. A lot of woofs in her post. Thank you for the love. Thank you for doing it. Yes. We are here, man. We got it going on now. Look, guys, if you're new to the show, oh, my bad. Let's go to Facebook. Okay, slow down. I'm kind of pumped up. I'm a little pumped up, guys. We got a lot going on. It's not happening. I noticed that I'm like the most, descriptive or passionate. One of the most, because I'm sure there's other people that are, you can tell they're awake when they do this. They're not trying to be Brian Gumble. Well, hello. Hi. Some of us have personality, right? So I know I'm one of the most energetic type people. I wonder why that is, man. What is it? What is it with me, man? What's your problem, Tim Black? Let's go to Facebook and see what's going on with Facebook. My Facebook people in the house. Suzanne and Dolores and Michael and Michelle and Ginger Liberty and Nigel and Greg is in the house. Jan is in the house. Lodi in the house. What up, Lola? Greg in the house, big brother Greg. Greg said he missed Joe Biden's press conference. Don't worry, I got you, bruh. Now don't be mad at me. Don't worry, I ain't gonna play the whole thing. But don't be mad because you asked for it. You're gonna be like this. Is he gonna say anything that's real? No, you may like it. We also have, who else we got? We got Ralph in the house. We got, did I say Julia? What the hell? Julia one more time. Jose Ramos is in the house. My people in the house. I don't know, man. Maybe you guys get this way. You can treat it like this whenever you go to a live stream. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe you go to other people's live streams and they're like happy to see you and they give you love. No? Why not? Oh, they too good, huh? Tell them to come on down to earth, man. Be real with the people. Read the comments. Interact with the people. I want to give it up to the people that are sharing this in the comment section, who are sharing it on their profiles, like Cheryl, like Ira, like Kitty, like Michelle, like Dolores. Thank you for sharing it. and Big Brother Greg. This is a rare thing, man, when you get this type of love, man. You give me love, I give you love back. That's how this works. All right. I got a couple stories for you. If you're new to this show, Tuesdays and Fridays, we open up phone lines. Mondays and Thursdays, I got you, babe. It's just uno nuno. Uno nuno, right? Just you and I. So today is Thursday. And sometimes I do a monologue. Nah, not tonight. Tonight we're going to get right to it because first of all, we late. Second of all, we got some stories. Third of all, I'm doing Michael Collier. And we must tell some jokes that may or may not work, but it's what we got to do. Who is Michael Collier? One of the comedians that was big when I was coming up, man, on BET, and he did a lot of other stuff. He's still doing his thing. He's on Instagram. Follow Michael Collier. That's right. That's my brother. All right. I mean, he's not really my brother. Let me clarify. When black people call people brother, it doesn't mean they actually came out the same uterus. You got to say that because some people don't know. And when I call people nephew, they're not literally my fucking nephew, okay? My real nephew, I would be like, this is my nephew, this is my family. I got to be literal. Somebody ran around and told the world, we're really related. Yeah, I'm going to name a child after him. I dream about him every night. We're so close. He just wrote my name for years. And I thought, there's no way people think I'm related to this person because I called him nephew. I grew up with Snoop Dogg. What's up, nephew? What's up, nephew? It's your man Snoop Dogg. Snoop D-O-double-G. What's up, nephew? You bitch you. Like, that's slang from when I grew up. What is wrong with people? I know you white, but you ain't that white. You don't know cuz. What's up, cuz? What's up, cuz? It's not my literal cousin. Tim turned his back on his nephew. He's such a brute. That meano. He's so mean. Walk into traffic. Just walk into it. Just walk right into the traffic. That's just, pow, just. Turn into an angel, look down at yourself and point at yourself and say, that's what you get, self. Hell is wrong with y'all. Hey, I explain everything. Now, me and Mrs. Black are really married, okay? If you want to unsubscribe, you don't got to make up shit. Believe anything. Tim Black is really a extraterrestrial from the planet Don't Give a Fuck. A star. Yeah, I knew he was. That's what you said. I believe it too. Anything else you want to make up and throw out your ass that I can believe? Please? Well, he didn't actually say he wasn't from another planet, sent here to destroy and eat us. So how would I don't know. This guy said it. It's got to be true. All right, we're going to go. Now, that was my monologue. And yes, I had to say it. Didn't want to say it. I don't know, man. Look, if you could, if I needed to tell you that, I question your ability to discern. All right, Johnson. I want everybody to go check out my picture from Throwback Thursday. It's a picture taken like 1988, 1989. It was me and Mrs. Black. We were fresh out of high school. Like, we've been out of high school maybe like a year or two. It's a great picture. Some people say I look like Kumo D. Some say I look like Cameo because of the hair. Somebody said Wesley Snipes in Blade Runner. Not Blade Runner, but the other one. The knife, the thing. You know, the thing, Fat, the thing. Blade. Blade Runner was Harrison Ford. The moments of... All right, so check that out. It's just, I just want you to know, I've been black a long time. If you see that picture, you're going to be like, hip, hop, hippie. Oh yeah, no half stepping. Rappers stepping to me. They want to get some, but I'm the king, so yo, you know the outcome. Another victory. They can't get with me, so pick a BC date, cause your history. My name is Big Daddy, that's big, not little. Here's your walking papers, sign it, and take a walk. As the king starts to talk, cause ain't no half-stepping. BIGDADDYKNE, good and plenty, not like many. Give it up for that. I'd be like, a couple of these other black YouTubers would be like, give me some of yours. I'm on fire, high in the sky. I'm on fire, da-da-da. I hear the tiger. I hear the tiger. I'd be like, yeah. Now, what about you don't cover black issues? Now I get it. All right. Sorry. Just, Tim, you stay in trouble starting shit. Hey, man, not a lot of people watch the show, so I can say whatever, man. Say whatever, Johnson. Did y'all see how Jordan Sheridan got Kyle Kalinske to do a video about suppression? And then Kyle proceeded to make it mostly about him? Kyle, you're a millionaire. Help the poor YouTubers. Help the poor, man. Kyle was like, I'll do a video, man. I'll do a video. You guys see what's going on here? What's happening? YouTubers like, you know, all of us TYT folks, I don't know what's going on, man. My legs don't work, my arms don't work. I got all this money, I don't know. The algorithm was really suppressing me. I used to get 30,000 new subscribers every month. Now I'm down to like, 20,000. And it's so help out Jimmy Dore and Michael, Salamone. Help out, Sam Cedar. Help us out. And there's some other people having problems too. I don't know who they are. The Millionaire Boys Club. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm just joking. Honestly, I'm only being serious. Kyle is cool. I like Kyle. We had fun at Politicon when I toured Tommy Lauren a new ass. And I'm glad Kyle was there to witness it. All right, let's go, guys. We ready? Let's get serious now. Okay, so starting off things with this. Joe Biden gave a press conference today. I know. Where the hell's Joe Biden been, man? You realize Joe Biden went longer than any president in most recent history, like, between giving an actual press conference? Like, he hadn't given a press conference Since I don't know, since he was when did give? It's been a very long time. Like, he went longer than Barack. He went longer than George W. Bush. He went longer than Clinton. He went longer than Trump. It's almost as if his people didn't want him to talk in front of people. Wonder why that is. So he gave his press conference today. I got a couple clips from his press conference. And here goes a couple things to check out. Check it out, Johnson.
That we'll be able to stop this because it is the most pernicious thing. This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle. I mean, this is gigantic, what they're trying to do. And it cannot be sustained.
Oh, whoa. So Joe Biden here, let me get back on the screen. My bad, Johnson. Let me set this up. Joe Biden's talking about the voting rights in Georgia, how they're trying to smother voting rights, which they did do. The Republicans passed this. Jack Kemp, he passed this. Right? Yeah, we're going to get to that. Kemp. We're going to get to Kemp. Let's finish with Joe. Okay, so back to Joe. He gave it away. I forgot I had that part in there. So he's talking about the voting rights and Republicans trying to, bad choice of words there with the Jim Crow. Joe Biden, we call you Joe Crow. All right, back to this.
We'll be able to stop this because it is the most pernicious thing. This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle. I mean, this is gigantic, what they're trying to do. And it cannot be sustained. And do everything in my power, along with my friends in the House and the Senate, to keep that from becoming the law.
Is there anything else you can do about it besides passing legislation?
The answer is yes, but I'm not going to lay out a strategy in front of the whole world and you now.
And then on a related note,
he's not going to lay out a strategy right now in front of the whole world. Interesting. Does that mean he doesn't have a strategy, Johnson? Let's find out.
have you decided whether you are going to run for re-election in 2024? You haven't set up a re-election campaign yet, as your predecessor had by this time.
My predecessor needed to. My predecessor. Oh God, I miss him.
Have you?
No, the answer is yes. My plan is to run for re-election. That's my expectation.
And then on one other note, on bipartisanship, your old friend, Mitch McConnell, says you have only spoken to each other once since you took office, and that you have moved far left since taking office. Do you see it the same way he does? Have you rejected bipartisanship?
No, I haven't at all. I've been meeting. When's the last time a president invited the opposite party down at least a half a dozen times to talk about issues, everything from how we work. We're working with a group of 20 members of the Senate right now and House on how we reestablish our ability to make computer chips and how we get ahead of the game, how we can work together. We're working together on a bunch of things. But look, I know Mitch well. Mitch knows me well. I would expect Mitch to say exactly what he said, but this is a matter of making sure that I would like elected Republican support, but what I know I have now is I have electoral support from Republican voters agree with what I'm doing. And so unless Mitch says the last thing I did, this last piece of legislation is so far left, well, then he ought to take a look at his party. Over 50% of them must be over that edge as well, because they support what I did. Okay, where am I here? Let me see. Caitlin?
All righty then. Okay. Joe Biden got through it, huh? Okay, so Joe Biden got through the first round of questioning. And I just want to point out before we get into the nooks and crannies of what he just stated there in the press conference, that it's very obvious that Joe Biden is playing to a very soft crowd. I mean, when we say press conference, we mean like one of those K-Sway freestyles. I don't know if you noticed that, but a lot of rappers that go on these radio stations and they're not freestyling, they're rapping verses from songs they've done. So it's not really a freestyle. That's sort of like this. That's sort of like what Joe Biden's doing. Joe Biden was already given these questions before the press conference, and that's why he's looking on the sheet to call for the people that submitted the questions. He already has the answers written down. It's like, he doesn't have to think, Johnson. That's what I'm saying. Unlike those rappers in my analogy, they probably can freestyle off the top of the head. But Joe Biden is not freestyling. Joe Biden's not having a conversation. Joe Biden is talking to reporters that were handpicked to be people he would respond to based on a sheet, a pad, a folder of documents that are laying there on top of his podium, or lectern. So we got to get that right, first of all. So wipe away this idea that there's a free-flowing exchange of thought. These are pre-chosen questions. This is America, damn it. This is how we do. Now, and it's evidenced by the first thing out of her mouth was, are you going to, well, not the first thing, but she asked, are you going to run for re-election? Which is the most softest of softball questions you could ask a president in his first couple of months. Like, you're going to run for re-election? He ain't thinking about can he just make it through the next couple of months. But if you want to kiss somebody's ass, ask him something like that, you know? And that's what you did. And then she wasn't really softening him up for a really heavy question, an important question, either. She did talk about Mitch McConnell and how Mitch McConnell has some things to say. Critical of Joe Biden's work so far, saying that he moved too far to the left. And I like what Joe Biden said in response. Don't get me wrong, I don't like the way he said it. I wish he would have said it more pointedly. But he said, hey, I know Mitch McConnell. I know Mitch. Mitch is an asshole. He's always been an asshole. And I expect Mitch, the asshole, to say something stupid. That's what he should have said. But instead, I know Mitch, we know each other, and blah, 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 blah. Just call Mitch a hater, an obstructor, and a liar, or something very close to that. Now, the ending of that was pretty strong, where he says, if I'm too far to the left, he needs to talk to his voters, because his voters, for the most part, like what I've been doing. And about Mitch liking me, it's about the people liking me, and my numbers are looking good, Johnson, better than Trump's. Yeah. Because he's out. That would have been a way to go there. But who am I? I ain't the guy writing this stuff. He don't want to have too much of a personality. Then he would have to keep that up. So we have him talking about moving left. Next, let's listen to him talk about the filibuster, as he gives excuses on why he can't do anything about it.
That we'll be able to stop this.
From Yamiche, and that's on the filibuster.
That counts as a question, but go ahead.
Okay, I'll make it quick. It's a
No,
quick
no, you
question. Regarding the filibuster, at John Lewis's funeral, President Barack Obama said he believed the filibuster was a relic of the Jim Crow era. Do you agree?
Yes.
If not, why not abolish it if it's a relic of the Jim Crow era?
Successful electoral politics is the art of the possible. Let's figure out how we can get this done and move in the direction of significantly changing the abuse of even the filibuster rule first.
Ash. Here we go, Johnson. Here we go. Back to old Biden doing what old Biden does. First of all, he didn't want no smoke with Obama, so he went on and agreed with a whole filibuster being a throwback to the Jim Crow era. Yeah, it is. It is a throwback to the Jim Crow era. I agree with my former boss. But won't you do something to stop it? Oh well, pregnant pause. Word salad, word salad, word salad, word salad, croutons, word salad, crispy onions, word salad, green peppers, word salad, tomatoes, word salad, Thousand Island dressings, blue cheese dressings, Italian. What kind of dressing you want on your word salad? Just say you really don't want to get a lot of shit done. And you like having a stopgap. We can go, hey, I really want to get things done, but I can't because of those evil, evil Republicans. Can't stand those guys. You know, if it was up to me, I'd do the thing, the whole democracy thing, but I can't because those guys are evil. They're slime, they're scumbags. We got liberal America going, yeah, Joe really would fight for us, but he can't do anything. He's got both his arms tied behind his back. How can he fight for us? He only has a house in the Senate. What's he supposed to do with that? Whatever the hell he wants to. Dum-dum. All right, this is a little bit more. Stay with me. I know you have the urge to leave, but there's more to talk about. Hold tight.
From Yamiche, and that's on the
That
filibuster.
count. Successful electoral politics is the art of the possible. Let's figure out how we can get this done and move in the direction of significantly changing the abuse of even the filibuster rule first.
Hold on, man. I'm sorry, Johnson. I'm sorry. His immediate response to that question about why wouldn't he do something, he might as well say some shit like, pumpkins taste like pumpkin pie if you cook them right. But if you cook them wrong, they taste like chicken. A man could be a woman if he wants to be a woman, but he could also be a man. But as long as he grows up as not a little boy, he can always fly a helicopter. The Game of Thrones is similar to the Knights of the Round Table, only there's no table and no knights. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't say anything. Nothing. The art of electoral politics is the art of the possibility. I thought it was about whose hand is most greediest and which corporation or special interest group could put the most money into the hand. That's electoral politics. That's what that is.
From Yamiche, and that's on the
That
filibuster.
counts as a question. 20 years. Let's deal with the abuse first.
You're moving closer to eliminating the filibuster. Is that correct?
I answered your question.
You also just made some news by saying that you are going to run for re-election.
I said that is my expectation.
So is that a yes, that you are running for re-election?
Look, I don't know where you guys come from, man. I've never been able to travel. I'm a great respecter of fate. I've never been able to plan 3.5 years ahead for certain.
And if you do run, will Vice President Harris be on your ticket?
I would fully expect that to be the case. She's doing a great job. She's a great partner. She's a great partner.
And do you believe you'll be running against former President Trump?
Oh, come on. I don't even think about it. I have no idea. I have no idea whether be a Republican Party.
That was probably the most honest you're going to get Joe Biden to be. He has no idea. Come on, man, I don't think about these things. I don't even know what day it is. I don't even know if I'm wearing underwear. Where am I? Thought I was home in bed, watching TV on the old box, on the old ColecoVision box, Sitting around, playing badminton, I don't know, on the radio, eating Brussels sprouts, doing what Americans do, Come on, fat, you know what we do. Come on, guys, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Want to know about what I'm gonna lead, how I'm gonna lead the country? I don't know. Whatever they put on the paper, whatever's they wrote down for me. You guys with the whole thinking thing, the whole democracy thing, the whole voting thing. Come on. That was honest. That was Joe. That's accurate. Accurate. I don't think he knows anything. No, he just ran. This is his third time running to be president. He never thought about staying president once you got it. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not... The last person who asked questions really kissed his ass. Maybe I'll kiss it a little bit more by asking the same question. But throwing Kamala in there, that way I can get more time with him next time. That's it, guys. We're going to move past that. Look, Joe Biden's press conference, if you are a diehard liberal, it was pretty good. I mean, he didn't say much of anything that was really substantive. I don't think that was really, he talked about getting troops out, kinda, if he could. He'd do his best. He talked about children at the border and how you kick them out, which we already knew. He talked about the voting rights as we covered. Nothing to me that really stood out that I hadn't already known. He wants to give more shots of the vaccines out. He's aggressively wants to get out, 200 million or something like that? I don't know, something. 2 million, something like that. 2 million. 200 million. I don't know the number. It's a big number that he wants done. And what else? That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Press conference, first one of probably at least a couple he's going to slide in there his first term. So let's see how that goes, Johnson. All you Biden supporters out there. And if you didn't like Joe Biden, he probably gave you enough to make, videos about him and talk smack and continue to criticize him. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, we all got to still live here. So, as always, I'm hoping we get something out of him. If you think Joe Biden's to the left, I'm sure you would have jumped off a cliff if Bernie Sanders would have became president. Because if you consider what Joe Biden's doing as lefty stuff, like, he hasn't, where's the free anything? Where's the safety net increasing? Like, okay, so only thing he did was give out stimulus check. 1.9 stimulus check, Republicans gave out stimulus checks too. They always give out stimulus checks. They just give them to the rich. Come on. They gave out a $2 trillion stimulus check to the rich under Trump. It's called a tax break. All right, I'm Tim Black. Follow me at Real Tim Black, Facebook and Twitter. Put in the comment section below, how'd you like the press conference? Did you learn a lot? All right. Moving on, Johnson, moving on. See, your boy didn't want to go against Obama. He been taking digs at Obama, for real, for real. People don't realize that. I got a story I'm going to do on that, but not tonight. Okay, as alluded to earlier. You guys ready? Here goes the next clip. For my editors, here goes the next clip. The news has traveled to Georgia, this time not about shootings or attempted, I don't know what happened earlier today, but there was a young man arrested with a gun in an Atlanta grocery store. But this is a little bit different. This is about voting rights. This is about Governor Kemp And what he's trying to do to voting rights is he not only guts the Voting Rights Act, not only takes away, but he does his best to demolish any gains made by the Democrats to further get out the vote. That's right. That's exactly what he's done. Now, Georgia has enacted sweeping changes to its voting laws. And here's why voters are upset. Here's why Georgians are upset, and why all Americans should be upset, because this infringes on our right to vote. As some have remarked, all of the gains, all the hard work that were put into place, they had certain rules, and somehow the Democrats are able to get out the vote anyway. And now, once they realize that, Republicans come back and say, we got to change those rules. The rules weren't made for you to win. If you win, we got to change them. It's that simple. Georgia enacted a sweeping overhaul of its election law on Thursday, making it the first 2020 battleground state to introduce new voting restrictions, as Republicans have put forth similar bills in dozens of state legislatures across the country. That's what we got to realize. This is not a one-off. This is the plan. The seats were already planted by Donald Trump when he said, the election integrity, they're stealing it, the steal, stop the steal, they're stealing our election, they're letting people vote, letting people write in votes, they're letting people vote, letting people mail in ballots, this is wrong, people are stealing. The Republicans have yet to introduce any widespread, any more than a simple one-off here and there voting discrepancy. But you don't need to produce evidence as long as you have propaganda to run interference and spread misinformation to the masses. And even though a lot of those entities have walked back their lies that were only meant to help Donald Trump in the short term, the narrative is still out there in the ecosystem, amongst the QAnons, amongst the MAGAs, amongst the Trumpers. Voting rights advocates have decried Georgia's new laws in an attempt to influence whose votes are counted and suppress turnout. Historically, it's been suppressing turnout against black voters, and that's where we are again. Black and brown voters who helped Democrats clinch a narrow victory in the recent presidential and Senate elections. Georgia voters came out in record numbers in the 2020 polls, helping Biden secure a win in the state by just 12,000 votes, folks. This is crucial. I know people's eyes want to gloss over whenever we talk about election, but understand, it's the foundation of stealing an election which gives the power to the particular party that is seeking the power. It's very important, Johnson. I, unlike Democrats, tend to believe that the importance of elections, the integrity of elections, doesn't just start at the general election. It should also be implemented during the primaries. And that's when the Democrats go silent. Because the Republicans get handsy during the general, but the Democrats get handsy during the primaries. You do understand what I'm saying. So what, Tim? What is exactly wrong? What is Kemp doing that's so bad, Tim Black? The measure gives the state Republican majority legislator more control over county election boards, which certify the election. It also adds voter ID requirements for absentee ballots, limits access to ballot drop boxes while codifying them into state law. It expands early voting days for the general election, criminalizes the practice of line warming. What's line warming? You mean somebody just gets in line for you and then you get to come back and get in line? No. It's somebody giving you a coffee while you're in line or a donut. You know, making your stay in a 4, 5, 6, 7 hour line long bearable. For some reason, Kemp thought, we can't have that. So we already got, did anybody watch any tape of the long ass lines in Georgia, voting lines in predominantly black and brown areas? Anybody watch this? So we got people standing in line for hours and hours upon hours. And now we want them to not have any comfort whatsoever. There's already no shelter from the elements. Now we want them, if you give them a glass of water, you're violating voting rights. Subject to arrest. Not a fine, criminalizes it. Criminalizes. No more handing out food and water to voters, standing in long lines, bans the use of provisional ballots for most cases, and out-of-precinct voting, shortens the runoff elections, and limits the use of mobile voting buses. Now, as I reported earlier, this is part of a nationwide effort to suppress the vote. It's going to be strict voter access that is taken over or taken off since President Trump baselessly called into question the legitimacy of the 2020 elections. As of February 19th, state lawmakers were pushing 253 bills that would restrict voter access in 43 states. You heard that right. You heard it right, Johnson. For those people that say voting don't matter, none of this matters, if it did matter, Johnson, why would Republicans put together 253 pieces of legislation in 43 states to stop you from voting? Oh, I know. That's just to make it look like they care about you voting. That's all that is, Tim Black. God, Tim Black, you're so stupid, man. They just want you to think they care, so they all wrote legislation, right, to throw you off the trail. Sure, Banana Peel 66, Peter Cottontail 22. I get it what you're saying in my Twitter comment section. I understand, man. You're so right, man. Go with God. You can't argue with people that are ignorant. Not unless they want to be educated. Now, the Republicans, of course, say there's no suppression in the bill. Voting rights advocates insist the measure will still be disastrous for Georgia's democracy, particularly the provision that shifts power away from local counties towards the state when it comes to certifying the election. It makes local counties that the legislator considers to be struggling less flexible in adopting quick changes related to issues like polling place closures and expanding language access for voters. So let's say you're in the county and you notice something going on, like, I don't know, some voting machines going down, or you need more people to come in and translate because you got a lot of Spanish-speaking voters coming in and we're having problems communicating. You used to be able to just contact the county and look, hey, Sue, get Dorothy on the phone, tell them what's going on, we need to get some more people down here. Now, you got to go through the state. The state be like, he's not in right now. Can I take a message? Understand, whenever the people, the first responders, are no longer the people that you contact, you got to contact the state, you add in more bureaucracy, that is intentional to slow response. So the state's not going to come down and do it. Then the state will get on the phone with the county and say, maybe you could go down and see what's going on. But don't do anything. Report back to us what's happening, and then we'll make a decision, and then we'll get back to you. These types of bureaucracies are slimy ways to achieve a particular result. Capiche? We got to spell it out for you. Okay. Now, here goes some things that's specific about this, because this is very long, okay? But I want people to be educated. We may not be the biggest. We want to be the best. One of the issues that we're faced with, that we hear people like Kundris Owens complain about all the time. Why you got to show an ID? They're talking down to black people like black people don't have IDs, like we don't have the access to IDs. This goes to show how poor people, you're disconnected from poor people, you're disconnected from some working people. Not everyone has IDs. For instance, the new law requires a driver's license number, a state ID number, or a photocopy of an electric upload of an ID. Now, just to get an absentee ballot. Andrew Young, executive director of the ACLU of Georgia, points out that there are 200,000 registered voters in Georgia without a Georgia's license, driver's license. 200,000. Okay, let me explain. The last election was decided by 12,000 votes. If just, I don't know, do the math, if only, 5% of that 200,000 stayed home, right? No, 10%. 10%, that'd be 2,000. No, a little bit more than that. 10, 20%? What's the number? 200,000 divided by 10, 2,000. There we go. 20,000. There we go, yeah. If 10% stayed home, a little bit more than 10%, and 12% stayed home, Republicans won. Boom. Trump would have won Georgia. That's simple. Okay, despite the controversy leading up to its passage, the Georgia law called the Election Integrity Act of 2021, it sailed through the GOP-controlled legislature along party lines. The House passed the measure with a vote of 100 to 75, and the Senate agreed to its changes on a vote of 34 to 20. So this is what happened. It went through, but there was also a problem. There was pushback. Pushback in the form of a representative wanting to see the proceedings, wanting to oversee it, wanting to see Kemp actually go through with disenfranchising voters, using sharecropper, Jim Crow tactics in 2021. We got a little film of that. Horrible stuff, Johnson.
Why does she have to step back?
The governor is signing a bill that affects all Georgians. Why is he doing it in private, and why is he trying to keep elected officials who are representing us out of the process?
Exactly.
I know you don't have any control over anything other than suppressing people's right to vote and using your guns and your abilities to talk.
Yeah, you said you give her one more time, like you're going to do something. Are you serious?
No, you are not.
No. She's not under arrest. What is
For what? Under arrest for what? For trying to see something that our governor is doing? Our governor is signing a bill that affects all Georgians, and you're going to arrest an elected representative. Why does the governor have more power than a representative? Why are you arresting her?
That's what I'm asking.
Stop arresting her.
Why are you arresting
Why?
her? Why are you arresting her?
Cite the violation. Cite the code. What is she in violation of? I want you to cite the code. Cite the code. Cite it. What are you? Cite the code. Cite the code. Cite the code. Why are you arresting her? Under what? Under what?
Back up. Get out of the way.
Under what law are you arresting her? Why are you arresting her? Why are you arresting her? Tell us now. Why are you arresting her? Cited.
I guess he was having a bad day, Johnson. That's why. He's having a bad day, obviously. Brian Kemp's in there trying to sign away black people's rights. Stop blacks from voting, and you guys are out here being all black and knocking on the door. And just because you're elected officials doesn't mean you have any ability to see what I'm doing. Talk about overhanded, heavy-handed, authoritarian rule. So much for democracy, huh? Georgia State Representative Park Cannon was arrested and removed from the Georgia Capitol after passage of the state's sweeping elections bill restricting voting access. I want to know why this was behind closed doors anyway. You couldn't have at least members of the body, the governing body, in the room, in the courtroom, while you sign this? After being told twice to stop knocking on the door in light of the press conference occurring inside, and twice warned that she would be arrested if she did not stop, Representative Cannon refused to stop knocking on the door. Oh my God, he's trying to make it sound all serious. She refused to stop knocking on the door. She was knocking so hard on that door, it was crazy. You do realize we have footage, right? She wasn't banging on the door like a 2-year-old. She knocked on the door like a grown person. Knock, 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 knock. Give you time to answer. Knock, 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 knock. She didn't do a no-knock warrant like they did in Breonna Taylor. Just a regular knock on the door. They want to exaggerate this. Remind you guys, she's not doing this for her. She's doing it for her constituents. Her constituents want to know what is going on. And why is Brian Kemp, I called him Jack Kemp, and he's dead. Why is Brian Kemp signing this without the actual presence of constituents in the governing body? Ms. Cannon was doing her job, Johnson. That's all she was doing. Simply that. Nothing more. There's going to be some bootlickers out there. Well, you got to bow to authority. Now we think authority is wrong. In this case, he is wrong. Georgia U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock also slammed the bill signed Thursday for restricting voter access. He visited Cannon at jail. His office said in a statement that Cannon is a parishioner at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, where Warnock served as a senior pastor. Now, here's the rub, guys. Cannon, Representative Cannon, who only knocked on the door. Knocked on the door. She didn't bust down the door. She didn't grab metal poles and hit cops with it. There's no bear mace. Nothing. Just a little black hand knocking on the door. Cannon was arrested and charged with 2 felonies. Felony obstruction and preventing or disrupting General Assembly session. The affidavit states that Cannon was charged with disrupting General Assembly session because she knowingly and intentionally did by knocking the governor's door during session, signing a bill. You knew we was in here, and you knocked on the door anyway. That's a felony, Johnson? The other was a felony obstruction charge because they said she knowingly and willfully hindered Officer Dorval and Officer Sanchez of carrying out their official duties. Because they had to, lock her up. So so she prevented them from doing their job of standing there because they had to waste their time locking her up, which is also a felony, Johnson. Yeah, it's a felony for a cop to violate your rights. You're forcing the cop to violate your rights. because he got other stuff to do, like drink coffee and eat donuts and stand by the door. How dare you make that officer not stand there and do nothing? They could violate your rights like that. Folks, there are... I remember they charged one black guy with vandalizing a squad car because he bled on it after they beat him till he started bleeding. I'm not playing, man. The law is a mother. And not a good mother either. Attorney General Gerald Griggs is representing Cannon. Griggs said he was at the Fulton County Jail working to bond Cannon out after she was booked on felony obstruction charges. We are getting her out of the jail currently. We're gathering information on the case as well. Just some background knowledge, Cannon is his youngest lawmaker at age 24 and one of 3 openly gay lawmakers when she was elected to the State House in 2016. She has opposed the state's so-called Religious Freedom Bill on the grounds that it would lead to discrimination against gay and transgender people, as well as Georgia's so-called Heartbeat Bill, which sought to ban abortions at the detection of a fetal heartbeat, occurring as early as 6 weeks into a pregnancy. Cannon's arrest comes after Kemp signed the sweeping elections bill into law Thursday, made Georgia the first presidential battleground state to impose new voting restrictions following Joe Biden's victory there. I just want you to know that this is such an atrocity, such a level of hypocrisy. Do you realize that there are insurrectionists, such a heavy term, I don't know what you want to call them, the Capitol invaders, many of them receive lesser charges for breaking into the U.S. Capitol to do what? To stop a vote, to stop the ratification of an election. They receive lesser charges for forcefully breaking windows, making people run. As far as I could tell, at no time were the cops at any fear. Neither was, I couldn't tell because the doors closed. I don't think Kemp was worried. I don't see him ducking behind things, trying to, shield himself from the evil, bad Mrs. Cannon that's going to come in there and kick his ass. I don't think that's it. There are no nooses outside. No one's yelling, we're going to hang him. Nothing. Just one person. Well, there were other people there too. Just one person knocking on the door. That's it. Was enough for you to trump up charges. And this is not the first time Kemp has done this. I think a couple years ago, Kemp charged a group of lawmakers with felonies for nothing. Huge waste of time. All right. Look, to strip away people's right to vote is a horrible thing. To pretend that asking to witness, now the lawmaker asking to witness this proceeding, to pretend that is equivalent or even rises to a higher level of an infraction than all the Trump supporters running up in the Capitol, to me, folks, is a crock of bullshit. That's what it is to me. Make your mind up, guys. Talk in the comment section below. Do you see what Miss Cannon did, what House Representative Cannon did? Do you see that on par with what the Capitol invaders did? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm Tim Black. Follow me here. Become a member of the Wolf Pack. A member of the Wolf Pack. Do that today. We call it straight. All right. I was feeling good, man. There's some things, Republicans are doing some things right, some things wrong. You know? You know what I'm saying, guys? Because I want to talk about some things the Republicans were doing right. But they took that ability from me. Took the ability from me. It did, Johnson. Please share this out, guys. Let people know you're watching the show. It's okay. They ain't gonna come get you. They ain't gonna come get you, Johnson. Huh? I got a couple more stories, Johnson. A couple more stories. Okay? You guys good? Oh, can I get a couple shares? Can I get some retweets? Retweets, and if you're new to the show, if you like what you're seeing, how about becoming a member today? Become a member right now. Let's do it. Let's get a member. Can we get one new member? It's $5 a month. Can we get one new member on YouTube? That's the only one I can see. Can we get one person to stand up? Can I get one person to stand up? Just step up. Become a member of the Tim Black Wolf Pack right now tonight. Come on, Johnson. Get hit with the Holy Ghost. Some truth bombs. Maybe they'll do it later. Hey, I wanted to talk about Patrick Lawson becomes a member of the Wolf Pack. Give it up for Pat. Patrick Lawson. Look at that. Look what God do. Look what he do. Now, seriously though. Oh, Nat A becomes a member of the Wolf Pack. Nat A becomes a member of the Wolf Pack. Look what happens. Look at that. Now, I want to thank you, Nat. I want to thank you, Pat, for becoming members. Kevin Farr becomes a member of the Wolf Pack. Look at that. We got 3 members of the Wolf Pack in a row. Uh-oh. I don't want the lightning to strike my ass in here. All right. I'm joking. Kevin, give it up for Kevin. Give it up for Nat. Give it up for Patrick. Thank you so much, guys, for becoming members of the Tim Black Wolf Pack. You are official Johnsons. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining. That's what I'm talking about. And look, guys, I want to tell you, I wanted to say something nice about the Republicans because I got something nice to say, but this is how it works. It seems like you do something nice to do something horrible. Just like the Democrats. Here we go. Virginia becomes the first state to abolish in the South. The first Southern state, this is big, guys. This is huge. Virginia becomes the first Southern state to abolish the death penalty. Governor Ralph Northam on Wednesday signed a bill that abolished the death penalty in Virginia, making it the first Southern state to do so. And the 23rd overall to end capital punishment amid rising opposition to the practice. Give it up for that. Now, before signing the bill, this is what Northam pointed out. He pointed out in Virginia's 413-year history of capital punishment during which it executed more than 1,300 inmates, more than any other state. He noted racial disparities in the use of the death penalty. During the 20th century alone, he said 296 of the 377 inmates Virginia executed for murder, or about 79%, were black. He made this statement. He said, ending the death penalty comes down to one fundamental question. One question. Is it fair for the state to apply this ultimate final punishment? The answer needs to be yes. Fair means that it is applied equally to anyone, no matter who they are. And fair means that we get it right, that the person punished for the crime did the crime. Isn't that radical? That is a radical point of view to have, isn't it? That in order to kill people with the authority of the state, you should only do so if you're being fair and just, and if they actually commit the crime. He added, he said, we all know that the death penalty cannot meet those criteria. That's a horrible thing, folks. Before we go on, I just got to say, folks, I've long been an opponent of the death penalty. Not because I don't share the pain and the anger that many other people feel when they hear about some of the heinous acts that people commit. I feel the same anger and frustration and sadness that many other people feel when they read about stories of people having their lives taken by other citizens in the most heinous, brutal, and gut-wrenching ways. Don't get it twisted. I do not. I feel for the victims and their families, and I'm very upset by it. I'm always upset by it. But years ago, I had a conversation with someone. I had a debate online with somebody about this issue. And during that debate, as I prepared for that debate, I contacted the Equal Justice Initiative, and I became informed about our criminal justice system and how the death penalty is meted out. The information's out there, folks. There is a bias in how they determine who gets the death penalty and who does not. It's not just the judges, it's the jurors. The jurors look at the accused differently when they're black. We could have two people do the same crime, one white, one black, and for some reason, that jury finds that white guy redeemable and the black guy a menace who must be put down. This is what the data shows. It's not an opinion. So what Northam is saying here, guys, is just something that we have all the data for. Every state knows the data. There's data. You can't. The numbers don't lie, Johnson. America has no problem executing black folks or brown folks or brown folks. It'll execute white folks as well, but not the same numbers. Not the same numbers, Johnson. But there's a piece of this that's missing that Northam doesn't touch on. There are a couple things in the world you won't see in America. A couple things in the United States you won't see, Johnson. Okay? You won't see a dog fly a plane. I doubt if you ever see that. And you may never see a toddler man a space shuttle. But you also may never see a rich person on death row, because that shit do not happen in the United States of America, Johnson. It does not happen. It will not happen. It does not happen. Rich people don't get executed. You don't see rich people sitting on death row. So not only is it racially biased, it's classist. Poor people go to jail. First of all, by and large, poor people go to jail. Rich people go home. And they damn sure don't get executed. All right, so it says here that the bill signing comes at a time when President Joe Biden faces pressure from members of his own party to commit the sentences of the remaining inmates on federal death row. Now, we all know as Trump was leaving the White House, what did he do? Made sure that those sentences were not commuted and that people were executed. He executed in rapid succession a number of inmates across the country. That's what Trump did. People say, what Trump do wrong? There you go. It's got nothing to do with his hair, has nothing to do with his tweets. They want Joe Biden to commit those sentences. Joe Biden has failed to do so. Let's hold Joe Biden's ass accountable. Let's be loud and unruly about that. Trump executed 13 inmates, more than a fifth of the prisoners that the Bureau of Prisons considered to be on death row. The inauguration of Mr. Biden, who promised during the campaign to work to end federal capital punishment, almost certainly marked the end of that string of executions. I hope that's the case. I support Joe Biden ending that. And not only this ending, look, it costs a lot of money to execute people too. I mean, if we want to get fiscally, we want to talk about economics and financial responsibility. It's very expensive to execute people to tunes of millions of dollars. Just throw that in there. Okay. I got one statement I thought was interesting. Before I close this segment, let me just say this. People are going to be looking at them going, what in the world were those people thinking doing that? He compared Virginia's historical use of the death penalty to the Trump administration's spasm of executions in its final months. Yeah, I believe one day they're going to look back at a lot of things in America, in the history books. Historians are going to look back. Kids are going to look back. Our grandkids are going to look back and say, sort of like we look back at slavery and go, we look back at separate but equal, supposedly, separate water fountains. We go, what is these people thinking about? They had excuses then too. And now we have excuses why we can't do the right thing. And one day, your grandkids, my grandkids, are going to look back and say, what were you thinking, Dad? What was Pop thinking about? They're racist, Johnson. They're bigoted, they're racist, they're brought off, they're corrupt, they're classist, they're scumbags. And it's always existed in this country, where the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And our lives don't mean as much as their lives. And that's always the way it's been. So I say that to speak for what you find when they go back and dig up the archives. Today, was it yesterday? Yesterday, Northam did a good thing. And today, Kemp signed away our voting rights in Georgia, setting a horrible precedent. Both parties suck, Johnson. All right, guys, I got one more story. This is different. It's not different. Okay, I've been talking about cancel culture on this show. I've been talking about the fact that I believe what we consider to be cancel culture is nothing more than corporations protecting their bottom line, Johnson. They do it all the time. They've always done it. But previously, it wouldn't be because people making noise on Twitter. It'd be because the ratings dropped. See, before we didn't talk about something when we didn't like it. We just stopped watching it. But it took a long time for that to kind of hit the corporation. You know? It took a long time for that news to travel, that people stopped watching. It took the ratings to come out for them to go, wow, these ratings really suck. Hey, they don't like you. Get out. But now that's kind of sped up because we live in a faster time. We live in a time of social media. But folks, let's stand by it. We do not have any real power. If the corporations don't want to listen, they don't listen. So I think some of this cancel culture stuff is blown up. But I think it's wrong to cancel every comedian who makes a joke you don't like. I think it's stupid to go after everybody who makes a comment you don't like. Stop supporting them and make a counter argument. Somebody who's in media, please make videos. Don't try to get me shut down. Talk your shit. That being said, I don't like this. This I don't like. Roll tape. Jay Leno says, sorry for the jokes. Yeah, sorry for the jokes I did. He did a lot of jokes about Asian Americans. That was Jay Leno's punching bag. U.S. TV show host Jay Leno said he's so sorry for making a long-running series of jokes about Asian Americans. He feels real bad about it, man. Shouldn't be making all those Asian jokes. Leno, who hosted The Tonight Show for more than 20 years, until 2014, admitted that he committed a legitimate wrong. His apology follows a lengthy campaign by the Media Action Network for Asian Americans and a spike in hate crimes. As we all know, last week, six Asian Americans were murdered, slaughtered, cut down in Atlanta, Georgia, by an incel. The network noted that between 2002 and 2012, the comic and presenter made at least 9 jokes about Koreans or Chinese people eating dogs or cats. He said this, he said, at the time I did those jokes, I generally thought them to be harmless. I was making fun of our enemy, North Korea. And like most jokes, there's a ring of truth to them. At the time, there was a prevailing attitude that some group is always complaining about something, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I wonder what group he's talking about. At the time, it was like everybody always complains. You go after the Koreans, they complain. You go after the Latinos, they complain. You go after the blacks, they complain. You go after the gays, they complain. Don't worry about it. Just mix it up. Go after all of them. Each week, go after a different group. This is what they did. This is what they did, Johnson. He said, whenever we received a complaint, there would be 2 sides of the discussion. Either we need to deal with this, or screw them if they can't take a joke. He added this. He said, too many times I sided with the latter, even when in my heart I knew it was wrong. That's why I'm issuing the apology. He went on to say he did not consider this to be an example of cancel culture, but an acknowledgement of a genuine wrongdoing. So Leno's saying, no, this isn't cancel culture. This is me saying, yeah, I probably should have did all that. Manna said Leno's apology, which he agreed to be made publicly, had been accepted, and they considered this matter to be closed. Now, some of you don't even know who Leno is. Leno used to host The Tonight Show that is now hosted by Jimmy Fallon. And he's set to host a revival of a 50s TV show called You Bet Your Life later this year. They held that all the way to the end. I'm like sitting there going, why is Jay apologizing for stuff? Why is he doing, he's got a new job coming up. Don't want no problems. This is the way it is, guys. Folks made jokes about Asians because they could. Yeah, people make jokes about Asians because they could. Because black people, when you make jokes about black people say shit. By and large, Asians didn't say anything. They kept quiet. So, or at least if they said something, it didn't get reported like it is when you make black jokes. Yeah. Make jokes about the blacks, somebody starts complaining, and it becomes a front page issue. But now the pendulum is swung, and all disenfranchised people are starting to stand up. Now, look, I'm not going to say whether what Jay did was wrong or not. I don't want no Asian person coming on TV or coming on a show trying to tell me what's offensive to black people and what's not. Like, get your ass out of here. Nobody asked you. So that's not us. It's not for us to decide. I got to repeat that. Look, guys, it ain't up to you and I. If you're black, this ain't for you to be deciding if the Asian folks have a point or not. Lord knows we don't want nobody telling us what we could be pissed off about. They're not in our culture. They don't know what bothers us. They don't know what we have an issue with. We can speak for ourselves, right? All I'm doing, I'm questioning the timing. I'm questioning if people really give a shit. I'm questioning, is this being sincere? But hey, once again, it ain't up to us. It ain't up to us. It ain't up to me. I just find it a little disingenuous, you know what I'm saying? Jay Leno's like, hey, I got money again. Hey, I got some money. Hey, I'm gonna get some money. I'm gonna get some money. I'm gonna get some money. That's how Jay Leno talk. Yeah, I'm gonna get some money. I'm gonna get some money, yeah. Yeah, some money. I wanna get some money, yeah. I'm gonna get some money. There's some money out there again. So I'm gonna put the money in my pocket. Take all the money. Go buy me a new Corvette. Corvette. Good times, Johnson. Good times. Well, that's all I got, Johnson. You be the decider. Let me know in the comment section below. Is Jay Leno keeping it real? Were Asian folks really pissed off about the cat dog thing? Or are they really pissed off? I mean, maybe they were. I don't know. They make jokes about all of us, right? Not that many jokes about generic rich white guys. Not that many jokes about them. That's probably what the problem is. We need more white guy jokes. Like that one joke about their voice. Hey, come on, man. Hi, I'm white guy. That's not really a good joke. Didn't really hit home. I don't think white guys are hurt by that joke. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it really stings. We need some real zingers on their ass. Then they'd be like, oh, now I get it. All right, guys. Let me go to the comment section and see what we got. What do we got, Johnson? What do we got? Yes. No super chat. We got people make comments, man. I gotta read the comments. I hate when YouTube start acting like this. It's not telling me who did what, Johnson. We're still live. It won't show me the comments. We got comments, right? It says no new super chats. No new super chats. Damn it. It's not working, Johnson. So now I got a good thing I have this. Damn it. It's literally not showing me who did what. So let me go see if I can read it this way. Why is it not showing me the comments, Johnson? Folks, it's not showing me the comments, the super chat comments. All right. There's nothing I can do about it, guys. What I can do. Hey, Hate to say that, guys. Hate to say it, but it's not showing me. Any other time, we'd be fine, you know? And here we go. I could get to it this way. Tony DeMio. Tony DeMio. It feels like Joe Biden is president in the 1940s. Yeah, it does, Johnson. Roger Meadows says, for Georgia Democratic voters to register GOP and infiltrate and turn it back into the party of Teddy, the trust-busting, preserver of environment, work-class hero, first to propose nationalized healthcare party. Damn. Time for Georgia Democratic voters to register GOP and infiltrate. Oh, okay. Roger said, yeah, register but infiltrate and flip that sucker. Get somebody gonna do something in there. Music is Life sent a super chat. Thank you, Music is Life. Good comments. Tony put out another comment. Tony says, they made it illegal to give someone pizza while they're waiting to vote. That's a crime against great pizza. As an Italian, I hate it. Right. What kind of petty shit is that, Kemp? Bozai Sign 7 says, Georgia Gestapo officials arrest colored representative, not white. Yeah. That's what they do, huh? I feel you, Johnson. Tony G says, both parties love suppressing the voters. Damn right. Just do it at different times, Johnson. Different times. Mike 58 Greenberg says, okay, Mike, thank you for donating to the show, Mike. I appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. Lou Hutchinson. Lou said, talk about Biden flip-flopping in front of the camera. Flopping in front of the camera. I didn't see it. He flopped? Damn it, I didn't see it. I watched a lot of it and watched the whole thing. It was over an hour, Johnson. I couldn't sit through it. I really wanted to, but I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I think I got everybody. This thing doesn't show me everything in the greatest view. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like I got everybody. All right, guys. So let me go back here. Talk about Biden flopping in front of the camera. What did he do to flop in front of the camera, Johnson? Damn it. What did he do? What did he do? What's up, Stylistic? Sergio says, there's always a double standard when it comes to rich white men. Case in point, messages as the problem area and allegations of how will NFL deal with Houston quarterback, how they dealt with the Patriots owner. Give it up for that. Dan Value said, I thought Joe Biden did okay. He stumbled, but was mostly compassionate and coherent. Like I stated, from what I saw, he did okay too. But I wanted to point out, these are prepared questions. They're not taking a chance where Joe just going to come out there and wing it. Like, these are questions they had all week to prepare for. They wrote answers for him. And he just got to choose, okay, this person's going to ask me this. You know, it's sort of like a CNN town hall. Well, no, it's not. Because CNN town halls, typically, like Bernie wouldn't know what they were going to ask him, but the CNN commentator knew. Yeah, the questions with the audience are prepared, but the person answering the questions don't know. But really, guys, do we really want Joe Biden up on the world stage in front of the whole planet, making us look like idiots? No, we don't want that at all. We don't want that. That's not good for us. We don't want him to embarrass us and show us, I want to say cheers to getting all the new members. Schultz's right. Give it up to the new members who became members tonight. I want to say thank you so much. Patrick, gosh, now I'm naming people. Damn. If you could comment, I want to shout out the people that became tonight. Nat A, there we go. Nat A became a member. VIP Nat A, VIP Tim Nichols? No. Teddy Roosevelt? No. Nat A says, Saucy, I saw that skit on the Best of Eddie Murphy, Saturday Night Live. So these guys having a good time here. Tim Black's Wolfpack in the house. There was one other person I wanted to shout you out again. I could not find that person. I could not find the other person. Nat A, Patrick, and there's one other person. Kevin Farr, you've been with us, right? Smooth Eddie in the house. Lisa Friedman. Sally Thompson. Jeanette Eastman. I thought Jeanette Eastman was a member. This thing is, I don't know why it's jacked up, Johnson. But that's it, guys. Now remember, tomorrow is the call-in show, okay? You'll be able to call into the show tomorrow. It won't just be me talking. 319-527-6212 is the number you dial into tomorrow if you want to join the conversation live on the air. And remember, when you call the Tim Black Show, you're also on Facebook, you're on YouTube, and you're on iTunes, because this is also a podcast. It's pretty good, right? Give it up for that. If you want to become a member of the Patreon, go to jointimblack.com. JoinTimBlack.com. That's all you do. Go there. Starting at only $5, become a member. Get access to all the videos forever and all that good stuff, and be a part of the Patreon community. Tim Black's community, I love you guys. We got more work to do. It ain't over. Be here tomorrow. That's when it really goes down. I'll see you soon. Be safe, and remember, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. Wolfpack. Peace.
Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there.
Let me ask you something. Do they know us? Do they know you? I mean, they talk about the world as if it's a sport. They play political games, report on our pain, rack our brain to feed the stock exchange, but do they know us? Do they know what we care about? Nope. They're too far away. They can't see us. They can't feel us. They can't relate to us. See, See, when you want to know what's going on in your world, trust someone who lives in your world. Subscribe. Shout out to Kevin Farr, my brother. Thank you for becoming a member, Kevin Farr.